What up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the Breakdown. I want to talk about this OU game. You got beat by Baylor. See, y'all probably heard my phone right there. Somebody texting me right now. Um, anyway, uh, man, OU. I mean, man, everything I'm about to say boils right down to coaching. First of all, they got the wrong players out there playing. Now, most of the players they got out there playing are the right guys, but the other players they got out there playing are the wrong guys. Oh, the wrong guys out there playing. Uh, Devon Harris. I mean, this guy is terrible. I mean, people get behind him in coverage at will. Like Devon Harris is not even that quick. I mean, when you see him run, I mean, an old grandma, if an old grandma gets behind Devon Harris, she's gonna burn him because this guy is slow. I mean, this guy looks like he probably runs like a 4.840 or something. Terrible. Shouldn't be out there playing. Shouldn't be out there playing at all. But the OU coaches leave him out there, and I don't know. I mean, are the guys behind him that bad? Because Devon Harris should not be out there. This guy cannot cover. Oh my goodness! I mean, what is this guy, junior? Devon Harris, I hope you enjoy your senior year because you ain't going to the NFL, boy. You slow. You getting burnt. I mean, you really probably should be playing linebacker or something because that's how slow you are. Brennan Clay. I mean, this guy came in as overhyped as I don't know what. Every time this guy gets the ball, he every time Brennan Clay gets the ball, he just seems to run right into a defender. Just seems to run right into a defender. I mean, the running backs who should be playing are Roy Finch, which he does, and Brandon Williams should come in and back him up. And that's it. I mean, Brennan Clay shouldn't even touch the field. This guy is not that great to me. Okay, guys who should be playing at the wide receiver core, DeJuan Miller. I mean, this guy comes in and helps OU out on that last drive when they lost to Baylor. DeJuan Miller should be playing more. Don't know why he's not. Uh, Overall, this boils down to coaching because the coaches are the ones who make the decisions. Josh Heupel, good OU quarterback, won a national championship. But as far as offensive coordinator is concerned, this guy's terrible. Calls bad plays. He calls bad plays in crucial moments that put OU in second and long and third and long situations. OU's just not playing the right personnel. I mean, they're just not playing the right guys. And, you know, Kenny Stills ain't really doing much to me. Jazz Reynolds is outperforming him. Instead, Kenny Stills, what you need to do is you need to shut your mouth and just play the game. Just shut your mouth and just play the game, and the results will show up. OU's they just leaving Landry Jones out there to dry because they ain't giving him nothing. And Landry Jones has to throw for 300 yards or more for OU even to win a ball game. I mean, why is that? Why should he have to throw for 400 and 350 yards just for them to win? And I knew coming into this year that if Landry Jones had to do that again like he did last year, OU was going to have some problems, and they do. OU, for some reason, they cannot cover a spread offense with a quarterback that can throw the ball. If it's a quarterback that can't throw the ball, if it's quarterbacks who's not as great at throwing the ball, like Kansas State's quarterback, Florida State's quarterback, guys who aren't great at passing the ball, then OU seems to do fine. But quarterbacks that run a spread offense that can throw the ball, OU has trouble with these guys. And for the life of me, I don't know what Stoops was thinking about going for two. I'm kind of glad that at the time I was kind of glad that the offensive lineman did flinch just so OU couldn't go for 2, because I didn't like that call. But then Stoops calls the timeout, which if it was any other quarterback, if it was just a pocket passing quarterback, I wouldn't have minded Stoops calling that timeout. But when you got a guy like Robert Griffin who can pass on you, which he's been passing all night on you, and he can scramble out and get yards, which he did the very next play that really got Baylor in business, you just can't do that. And man, this team every year, OU's always got a chance to get to the championship game, and they screw up. They screw up once, and then all of a sudden they've got another chance to get back to the championship game. Most teams only get one chance. And then after they lose that first one, they're out of the running forever. But tonight, Oregon lost. USC did OU a favor, and OU can't even do anything. I mean, Ryan Broyles really bailed this offense out for most of the year, because OU, and I say last year, OU used its weapons last year. Murray, Broyles, Steele, Panna, Rattery. OU used its weapons last year. But this year, OU did not use its weapons. They just went to, it was either Ryan Broyles and then maybe a couple other guys, and that was it. But OU did not utilize its weapons, and that falls back to coaching, back on Josh Heupel. This guy's terrible. He's a terrible coach. Calls the plays terrible. Stoops, I'm not going to say Stoops is terrible. I'm not saying Stoops needs to be fired. But OU's got to make some changes, man, because whatever they've been doing for the last 5 or 6 years, it ain't been working. I mean, you name me another program that is as consistent as OU is at being right there in the running, but loses to bad teams all the time. It's not that OU's losing to the good teams that they play. And no disrespect to Baylor. Baylor's a good team. But I'm talking about the really, really big games. I mean, if they lose to a big time team, maybe it's Texas. But after that, they lose to a team that they shouldn't get beat by. You name me another program that's in the running for a championship just about every year, and they screw it off like OU does every time. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know. But the players, like I said, they ain't playing the right players. On offense, this offense is nowhere near as good as last year's offense. Nowhere near as good. But on paper, they're supposed to have much more better talent. But first of all, the coaches, like I said, they ain't playing the right guys, and they're not putting the right guys in the right positions. The best thing the coaches did this year is implement that package with Blake Bell. I like that. They got creative with that one. I have to give them their credit there. But other than that, when they're just running their normal offense, they're not putting guys in, and they're not using what they got, and they got talent. So that's all I gotta say. Just take the guys that I named out of there. Kenny Stills just needs to shut up and play the game. But after that, I don't know. OU, they keep doing the same stuff. The same thing gonna happen year in and year out every time. And for some reason, all their players get hurt. I don't understand that. Is it something with the workout program or something that why all their players get hurt? I don't know. Let me know what y'all think, man. I want to hear from some of the Sooner fans of what they think, man, because this is terrible. You supposed to. You come into the year number 1 and you giving up 600 and something yards. The writing was on the wall when they played Missouri. You go all the way back to the Missouri game and they got down. And like I said, the writing was on the wall then. This defensive secondary is not that good. What makes OU's defense even look good is their defensive line. Frank Alexander, Ronell Lewis, and their defensive tackles. Those guys have held up their end of the bargain. Travis Lewis, sorry to say, he's gonna get drafted in the NFL, but this guy's not gonna be a great NFL player. This guy has not had a great year at all. He's a little bit overrated. he's a finesse linebacker. He's not a physical linebacker that gets downhill and lays a running back on his back. He's the kind of linebacker when a running back runs into him, the running back, he might tackle him, but the running back knocks him on his back rather than him knocking the running back on his back. So this guy's not going to be a great NFL player. I mean, he's put up great stats, but I don't think he's going to be a great NFL player. I could be wrong, but he's not having a great year. Tom Ward, to me, is doing better than he is. What makes OU's defense good is the defensive line. Everybody else on OU's team, the defensive backs ain't that good. I mean, Fleming's good and Demontre Hurst is all right, but outside of that, they can't cover the pass at all. So I'm out of here.